down and continues to do his job. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bulldogs offense will have the football first. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Taylor wants to throw it. And with the completion out to they'll pick up a couple. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. He gets a block. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. So Alabama's offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And here comes Keelan Russell. And he's gotten himself right in the middle of the early Heisman race with his performance. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Russell. Here's a heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
He rifles one deep to the left. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll give it to Fluff. Got enough for the first. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
He'll do it himself.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
They'll run play action. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Taylor wants to throw. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Absolutely center cut. There is a flag on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, it might not change that much. Offense has already made the long field goal. That kicker took a nasty-looking shot, and that personal foul goes against the defense. That fourth down penalty feels as if it is really going to be costly, but we're picked off to stop the threat. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players, certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Going to try to get it himself. Oh, he's got some space. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there, and that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Throwing Russell. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Those kind of plays can be huge for momentum. Even with the short return, they're set up at the 45.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Mississippi State comes out on offense to start the drive. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Off the play fake. It's complete to the right. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately. Mississippi State going up-tempo. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Neutral zone is on that track.
So the offense accepts the penalty, and they'll get a little farther away from their own end zone. From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. They'll try to power their way ahead. There's a crease. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. The keeper on the option. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. Clock stops momentarily as there is an injured Bulldog on the play. Now on first and goal, let's see what Mississippi State does. They'll run it with Bothwell. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Here comes that Alabama offense. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. They'll run the counter. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Russell. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And I think on that last play, it's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Bothwell. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Mississippi State right back to the line.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he
breaks into the open. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll give it to Fluff. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Rides to back and leaves it. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Taylor wants to throw it. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. Let's go down to the sideline and holler.
Guys, checking in from the Crimson Tide sideline, I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about to be more patient, and they have got to give more of a push up front. The crowd is making it hard, though. I can tell you it is hard to hear as they try to struggle and communicate. We'll see if they're able to come together against this very hostile crowd. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Now here's Russell. Puts it out of the air. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Chance to build a little momentum here by converting this third down from deep in your own territory. Finds the big tight end. And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job
turning it on. Makes it past the marker. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a way to finish, a 70-yard run to the end zone. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
They'll start on the ground with Bothwell. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. And the Bulldogs come to the line in the hurry-up.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got
little room there. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
Well, I think the coaches sort of got together and decided, hey, on this drive, we're going to establish the run. We're going to be more physical. First 2 plays of the drive are run plays, and both have had success. The players have gotten the message very, very clearly. We've got to come out here, and we've got to win the line of scrimmage.
He'll keep it again on the option. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great
quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
It's a curious play call offensively to try to throw after that great gain on the ground the snap before. If you're winning in the trenches up front, keep it going. Let the big fellas go to work. I don't like the idea of throwing the ball there.
Quick completion to the right. Makes the catch, and he's free. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And they take it in for 6 more points. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
Personal foul.
They make fun of kickers saying they don't have to worry about contact, but they do in situations like that. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Here on the Alabama sideline, there is a lot of conversation happening about better communication. This crowd is making it so difficult, already creating several turnovers early in this game. The defense is feeding off it, the crowd is feeding off it, and they've got their backs against the wall in a hostile environment. They've got to clean it up here to keep alive in this game. Reese?
Appreciate that, Holly. They'll run the counter. Oh, better look out! And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They go play action with Russell. Fires left. He's got an open man. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. Trying play action. Throws to the tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Might be calling a hot route. Keelan Russell. Moving away from pressure. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play called after picking up the first down. Russell on play action. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! Puts 6 on the board.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the second quarter. And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And the defense makes a play, finally. This is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
On 3rd down, here's Bockwell. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And I think a lot of people are going to look at that drive, and first of all, the drive was awful. They're all going to look at the drive and say it was awful, but how about the giving up on third down? I mean, you got 3rd and long, you try to sneak a run in, and this drive, this possession, it was disastrous for the offense, and now you just hope you have enough space to get a punt.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. They go play action with Russell. He spins that thing down the middle. Got it down the field. He'll work his way down to the 28. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. And it's no good. He missed it. And here in the third quarter, it is still a tie ball game. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. We're just about ready to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. As we start the second half, Holly, what adjustments do these teams want to make?
I caught up with the tight head coach running back onto the field. His running back has started to get in that Heisman conversation, and he is thrilled with the way he's performing. Sometimes hype off the field can be a distraction, but that has not happened. This running back has been locked in, dialed in, and is performing at a high level so far in this game. We'll see if he can keep it up here to start the second half. I'll keep you posted. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Touchdown, Alabama!
And sometimes you live by the blitz, and sometimes you die by the blitz. And right there, great job blocking it, understanding it was coming, and then somebody had to make a play in space, and he took it a long way.
You're right, David. It's always a risk by the defense, and if you don't have good gap integrity with the blitz, then the offense can pop one, and that's exactly what happened on that run. Everybody up front not getting flustered, just staying in their tracks, getting their blocks, giving their running back a lane. He uses that speed, and that's just not a touchdown, man. That is a long highlight reel TD.
And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
You know, when you talk to quarterback coaches, they oftentimes say, my goal for my guy is to complete 65 to 70% of his throws. That has not been the case for this guy. He is under 33% throwing it in this game. That's the reason, guys, why they're losing.
Find some fresh air. Picked up 4 yards, now looking at 3rd and 6. Mississippi State going up tempo. On 3rd down, here's Bothwell. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. They bring the punter onto the field now. He's getting plenty of work. 4th time we've seen this guy punt it today. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Guys, checking in from the Crimson Tide sideline. There is so much energy down here on the sideline. This running back has been on fire. They expected a big performance from him today, and he has delivered, just going over 100 yards already in this game. I expect them to continue to feed him the ball. I'll keep you posted from down here on the sidelines. Back to you.
All right, Holly. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Russell on play action. Dances away. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. You know what they need. You know what they want. And you know what they deliver on 3rd down. More cowbell. He wants to change this route. Now here's Russell. Firing to the right, complete. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Throwing Russell. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And he's still running after the move. He's running free down the middle. Touchdown tie. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made the extra point without problem. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they find pay dirt from way out, covering 69 yards on the touchdown pass. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on that. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They go play action with Russell. There's the pressure. And as he throws, got his man on the right. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Big-time playmakers on the outside. Now, look, Alabama's had great receivers. Ozzie Newsome, David Palmer way back in the day. But nowadays, it's sort of part of the DNA for the Crimson Tide.
Man, the run they had for several years was unbelievable with Judy and Ruggs and Cooper and Devontae Smith. Like, we could just keep going on guy after guy after guy that they had that wore that uniform that was a big-time elite playmaker on the outside.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
The toss to the outside. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Oh, and the attempt is no good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
Well, that's now the 2nd missed field goal for this kicker, and I tell you this, you can't blame the weather for all this. This is a beautiful day. He needs to do better executing these field goals.
Taylor wants to throw it. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. They got the sack, but there is a man down on the play. So as they take a look at the injured player, we will take a timeout. The Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. Looking left. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The Tide ready to roll on offense. Last time they had it, the long missed field goal ended the drive. The idea, get a little deeper in plus territory this time around. Russell. Gonna take a shot. And he went for it all in the first play of the drive and come up empty. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Russell. Oh, they're after him. The screen, he can go. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
This is one of those performances as a receiver that gets you noticed when it comes to the Bolitnikoff Award and postseason accolades. Over 150 yards now for their transfer wide receiver. What can you say about the impact he's had on this offense? Not just in this game, but this year as a whole. Defenses just don't have an answer for him. And I'll tell you, the guy who's most happy is the quarterback throwing him the rock.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Going to the run, it's Hill. And he's got enough for a 1st down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd. Headed into the final period, both of these backs have been strong so far and looking to be able to finish. Quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They go back to work in the final period of this one. The run inside. It's Hill. And he's is in, pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown! That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They'll start on the ground with Bothwell. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. And the Bulldogs moving quickly to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
He'll keep it on 2nd down. But nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is their sophomore quarterback who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on him. It'll be 3rd and long.
Here we go. Ready. Red 54, red 54.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to pass, it's Swan. Swings it out to his running back. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, the defense isn't quitting. They're obviously down big here in the 4th quarter with just a little bit of time left. Obviously, it'll take a Herculean effort to come back, but could that interception be the spark that ignites this team?
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. The door looked slammed shut in this one, but that last interception may be just the slightest crack in opening here. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. The Bulldogs peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah,
and that is interception number 3 on the day. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
The Alabama offense coming onto the field. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Russell on play action. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he puts through the extra point. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Drew a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around.
Blue 22. Blue 22.
Taylor wants to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes a grab for a big play. Off and running. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
Ready to try the point after. Right down the middle. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Great place to start for this offense. Hard running there. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. Alabama pushing the tempo.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And that didn't look like it was the right read. You got to be smart as a quarterback, make the right decisions. And I know he's a go-to guy, and he's already had success on the day, but sometimes you can force it in when it's just not there. That was really good coverage. I know he's good, but be smart with the football and don't try to force it into closed windows.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Plows through the defense. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. The give and tick, 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 tick. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5.
And what can you say about this offense in this game? All season long, they've done enough to win week in, week out. Hasn't always been pretty. They haven't always brought their A-plus game to the park, but they won a shootout today. Both offenses trading blows back and forth, and they were able to come out on top. And the offense, to me, is the reason they're still undefeated today.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. He'll start the return inside his... And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Maybe some nerves on that return, but a fortunate bounce, and they'll retain possession. Mississippi State comes out on offense to start the drive. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
This one's complete. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Still on his feet at the 34. And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
What a real good job by the defense defending the RPO. I got to defend the run. I got to defend the pass, make the QB take off, and then get a stick on him, play physical, got him to cough up the football. Great job by the defense playing their responsibilities and forcing the turnover.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the fourth quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they're able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football, man. This has been impressive.
You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. Keelan Russell. On the run, fires downfield. He's got it. And he is marked out of bounds after another big game. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
And a decent game there before the defense makes the stop.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they've put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
And just leaving no doubt in this one, right? 4th down, they've got the lead, running the ball and picking up the first. They're going to ice this game, David.
You talk about 2-minute drills. This is how you end the ball on an offensive 2-minute drill when you're winning. Run the clock out, run the football, be physical, watch it go to zeros.
The give. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They're still firing away even with this lead. Working that left side. They make the stop and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival, and you're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Thanks, guys. The Tide head coach told me before the game his running back is getting better each and every week. He is devastating in the red zone, top 5 in the country in rushing touchdowns, and they believe he deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Each and every week, he is showing the country why he is one of the best backs in the nation. I'll keep you posted if he's able to keep up this productivity, and the Heisman talk gets louder and louder today. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. He'll return it. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bulldogs offense that has the first possession of the game. And boy, do these guys present a problem no matter what you try to stop, David, with this quarterback and running back combination.
Man, this is a true pick your poison, right? You got a great back, a great quarterback. Like, this offense can hurt you in a multitude of ways, Jesse. I just don't know which way they're going to try first.
Yeah, it's like you said, pick your poison. You want to load the box to stop the run, they throw it over your head. You want to play with extra DBs, they just run it down your throat.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And you had all day to stew on it, get excited, and dream about getting sacks, and it took no longer than the first play to get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. This defense has been doing it all year long.
Looking to throw at Stockton. The screen, and watch out. Pulled down for the tackle.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Makes the catch. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. Georgia sends out the punt team. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense comes out for their first possession of the game. And here comes Daniel Hill, a 150-yard, 3-touchdown day while leading his team to victory in their last game.
I got to tell you, I've been really impressed watching this team, and specifically the offense now during this win streak. And the biggest thing has been the running back and their ability toting the football. Physical, they're able to stay ahead of the sticks. Defenses just get worn down because of this guy and his physical style running the football, and I expect...
There he goes! He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the quarterback's by his lonesome on 2nd and inches.
Crimson 14, BCS box. Crimson 14, BCS box. 369.
They go play action with Russell. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And you know, Alabama at the quarterback spot, obviously, you need that great player. When they've had the great player, these teams have been really, really great. The last couple years, man, you've kind of seen the inconsistencies come out at that spot. So finding that next guy, critically important.
It is critically important. I think what's interesting about Alabama at that quarterback spot, too, is a lot of other programs, they reload the position through the portal. But when you think about Alabama, they kind of grow it internally from guys they've recruited who have waited their turn and then finally show up. Ty Simpson was one of those guys. He waited his turn year after year to get his opportunity, and I think they feel like they've got the guys inside the building already that can take over the spot and lead this team to a national championship.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. They'll go to the counter play. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12. Down to the 12-yard line, it's 1st down. Throwing Russell. He's got him still on his feet. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you could tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on Bama.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Follow the block. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier. There's some room. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
On third down, here's Frazier. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a first down.
Well, it feels like each and every year when you talk Georgia and their ability running the football, they are about as deep at that position in running back as anybody in college football. You look to last year, David, it felt like every game there was 5 or 6 guys. It was Nate Frazier and 4 other dudes all getting it done. They recruit so well at that position. They bring in fresh bodies. They wear defenses down. We expect that to be the same thing this year.
They do, but I tell you what, man, the highlighter to me, the top guy is Nate Frazier. And them keeping him this offseason, there was a lot of people that were trying to make him a very rich man. And I'm not saying he's not a rich man at Georgia, but, like, he is the superstar. He's got great feet. You saw him take next steps after his freshman year. And this guy really has dynamic quickness. He explodes through the hole, home run speed.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. So far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
He'll field the punt and take it back. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. We'll get a stoppage here for an injured player for the tie. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Russell. Bringing the heat. And it's a sack.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Wants to throw. It's Russell. Unloads to the wideout. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's going to take off. Still on his feet at the 25. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And we've come to the end of 1, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. They'll look to pin them deep. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Pulls and fires complete. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game. They had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
Pressure coming. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
Here comes that Alabama offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Russell on play action. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Now the play fake. Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, they tried to go play action on that one to see if they could freeze the defense, but a great job getting to the quarterback, not being fooled by it, forcing the incompletion.
Russell from the gun on third down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Really nice play getting that first down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well, they're throwing to NFL talent all over the field. And this dude right here, he could be the next first-round pick at the wide receiver position.
Maybe a crease. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Hill. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen, but you can tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job playing fast, trusting their eyes, and forcing the third down.
Looking for the score. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And now the lead is even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
here on the Georgia sideline. I can tell you this crowd has played a factor early in this game. On the road, in a hostile environment, they have not been able to get going in this game. They have failed to score, not productive on their early drives, and they are talking about how the crowd noise is impacting them. I see them talk to each other, trying to tighten things up with the line of scrimmage. This is a factor.
Snags it and he's open. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They'll give to Frazier.
I think the offensive coordinators are there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity.
He lobs one high down the left side. Goes high to pull it in. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 66 yards to the end zone. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Play clock was down to 2 seconds, but they call a timeout. Now they'll put their heads together over on the sideline. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll try to get the edge on the left. Gets away from one, finds room. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
This play works for one reason. You toss the ball quickly to the left, receivers have to block. Once that running back gets on the perimeter, you're going nowhere if those receivers aren't committed to getting on those DBs, locking on them, running their feet. That's not their first priority. I know they're going to catch the ball more than they're going to block. Nice job blocking on that toss.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Right back to the well. Can't get him to the ground. He's got 50 yards on the ground in this one and now sets his sights on a 1,000-yard season.
coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's going to run it. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Stanford in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. As we start the second half, what do you have for us, Holly?
Guys, I caught up with the Tide head coach at the half. They have got to use this home team's energy and enthusiasm to their benefit. As you know, this game has a lot of implications. It could separate them in the conversation for the college football playoff, but they have got to have a little better performance here to start the third. We'll see if this home crowd gives them the energy that they need.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Keelan Russell throws to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Rodgers. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
It's a really nice-looking throw. This dude is a weapon in this offense at the quarterback position. It's so funny, you know.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
We may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, tune up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the scoring play coming on a 56-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Got his man. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And you got man-to-man coverage, you're running that curl route, that ball has to come out. You know you're going to get hit. Like, you know you stopped your route, he's going to be right there. He does a great job securing the catch, getting the first down.
To the air on first down. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play.
This is a situation here in the third quarter. This offense did not want to be in facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. He wants to throw it again, using the back as a receiver on the screen. He stopped short of the first down marker, but there is a flag, and that looked like a clear face mask to me. You might get away with grabbing just about anything except the face mask. Got to keep those hands below the face mask. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Running inside, it's Frazier.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Incomplete. They fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out, they're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
It's a fumble. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
From the red zone, it's Frazier. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much?
Chance. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. At the end of the play, there's a Georgia Bulldog who has yet to get up. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. They'll try to get it in with the run. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to be more physical, be creative, try to find ways to run the ball against this defense that is so dynamic.
All right, this offense just keeps trying to pound the ball into the end zone down tight, but the defense, they're very, very physical. So I think you got to think about either a perimeter run, a potential run-pass option, or let your quarterback try to go make a play thrown.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And the defense just gets their 4th sack of the day. Guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week too. So you need some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays for you.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. The Tide ready to roll on offense. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Throwing Russell. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, this guy, he looks like he could be on the field with all those guys, too. He's got speed. He's got the ability to pluck the football out of the air. What a big-time weapon. How nice is it to play quarterback with this guy in your offense?
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. Runs through the tackle. Finding some room. He's at the 20. To the house. Touchdown time. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off on the ground with a 58-yarder for 6. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Stockton. Under fire. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. On target over the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The Dogs have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They've got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Looking to the big tight end. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. They go play action with Russell. Under fire. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's brought down, but this interception, a huge play to end this quarter. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's loose down the middle. 10. Touchdown, Dogs! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
It's so nice to have that tight end that can be a chess piece. You can move him around, and then guess what? He can break tackles. He can make explosive plays. You've seen tight ends grow and get faster and bigger and stronger, and they throw it to him short, and look at the speed. He does the rest for the long touchdown catch.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good as they close to within a touchdown, 24-17. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. And he takes this from inside the 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. The give on the option. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. Clock stops momentarily as there is an injured Bulldog on the play. Looks as if it's the junior linebacker who's still down on the play, and Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his condition. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Toss sweep to the right. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have 2 hands on it this drive.
Unloads to the wideout. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Catches it at the 30. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Here on the Georgia sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. And the Dogs right after the huge play through the air back to the line. The give on the inside. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
He's got the tight end. Open space at the 25. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. He'll be forced out of bounds, and they're showing confidence in their running game in the red zone.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Give him 6. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the fourth. On the run from inside his own 5. Brings a return out across the 25, gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. The offense has plenty of time in this final period. They'll try to break this tie. He's in open space downfield. Picks up the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. He has 89 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing.
You know, in the modern era of college football, with everybody throwing it, it becomes harder and harder for running backs to put up big-time numbers. With that last carry, though, this guy's got 1,000 yards rushing on the season.
That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40.
Blue 42, Thunder. Blue 42, Thunder. Here we go.
Russell throws to the wideout. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
If I'm a QB coach, I'm grabbing my quarterback right away and be like, listen, we're going to get another opportunity. It's the fourth quarter. It's a tie game. Our defense is going to get a stop for us. You got to get your confidence back. You got to get back in this ball game. We're going to need you again down the road. You are not done.
Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. This defense will try to get the ball back for their offense or at least prevent a score here late in the fourth. The give out of the gun. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks. How about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. So now it's 2nd and long. Just feeds the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary.
It's the fourth quarter. Every second counts, right? It's a one-possession game. We're chasing the QB. He scrambles around, does such a great job getting positive yards, keeping this drive alive. We need a score badly. We've got to keep drives alive like this. Wonderful job.
Wide receiver going in motion. Back to throw. It's Stockton. Right down the middle. He's got it. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. What a finish we have unfolding here. The offense in the waning moments. Touchdown, Georgia! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense, because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this fourth quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots, throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's second down. Keelan Russell looking down the middle. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Russell on play action. Pocket breaking down. Slides away. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on fourth down. Quarterback decides, let's think this fourth down play over, and he calls a timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the fourth, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Here on the Bulldogs sideline, their tight end has been a brilliant target here today. Over 100 yards receiving already in this game, and I expect them to keep him in and keep going to this big target. As you know, the tight ends never get the glory, and this guy is on fire today. Let's see if they continue to feed him the rock. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw 2 really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, 2 really good teams, man. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect, Palmer.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. 2 ranked opponents, evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when it matters the most? You got to give this team credit. This is a big win. It's impressive, and now they get to move up the rankings.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, Saturday in October. A simple name and a complex rivalry. For one side, the Big Orange is just not a color they can sit with, and the other side, Crimson, has them seeing red. Easy to assume everyone here has a lighter in hand. And now we get to see who will use it. On the banks of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium in Knoxville. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Tennessee Volunteers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, the Crimson Tide head coach has let me know pregame. His running back is getting better each and every week. He is devastating in the red zone, top 5 in the country in rushing touchdowns, and they believe he deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Each and every week, he is showing the country why he is one of the best backs in the nation. I'll keep you posted if he's able to keep up this productivity, and the Heisman talk gets louder and louder today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. So Alabama's offense comes onto the field first today. And here comes Keelan Russell. His productivity through the first half of the season has him squarely in the Heisman Trophy race.